Come on. Okay. Pistachio, Eleanor. Fucking Jesus Christ. Quit it! Cats are really annoying me. Pistachio. I'm gonna lock you in my room. Cool. Well, the test sucks, but if you don't track and field, I hope you have a good time. That's good. Hmm. Aw. Well, that'd be like El Patio, Perdió su cabeza. Trying to strap the camera like a necklace is not working great. It worked a bit better when I tried to set it to my headset, but then it was like weirdly heavy. She did a diss track, I didn't even know about that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're fashion goblins. They're no longer fashionably late, they're just extremely late to Goblin Week. Drawing them walking in front of some like mannequins that are also going to be different heights and sizes and wearing I guess I'll go with like sort of a casual look in the background, like business casual. I don't know. I'm just trying to draw different outfits. I have no idea how well it's showing up on screen. The previews right now are really weird. I don't know if it actually keeps flashing red and green or if that's just my preview. Sorry about that. But like on my screen, it's flashing red and blue like crazy. I don't know why it's doing that. Also, there's like this weird thing where I have to like every time I do anything to the scene, whether I add a window or something, I have to like submit it sort of. It's weird. Maybe if I take off the auto white balance, maybe that'll help. Honestly, not even entirely sure what that does, so. Okay. Cool. I think maybe that did something. Sweet, okay. Maybe it'll be like the same dress on 3 different people. I don't know. Make it different. Let's see what this is. Just the page. No, pause. Oh my god, come on. One of the worst advancements in modern technology has been taking away the goddamn borders of Windows. Trying to make everything all borderless. Also, collapsible scroll bars. Absolute garbage. Whoever thought of collapsible scroll bars is one of the biggest idiots on the goddamn planet. Fuck collapsible scroll bars. All my homies hate collapsible scroll bars. Okay, that's interesting. So I can... I guess it's not too bad. I can adjust the little window on screen and then hit that, and then it should have shown up. Catchy. Hello. I hope you're having a good time in the other room over there. We're watching a Shakira, so let's listen to a Shakira song, because Snakes in chat linked one. Oh, also, fuck. I forgot to turn the volume up, thank you.
Por acá no vuelvas, me caso. Cero rencor, bebé. Yo te deseo que te vaya bien con mi supuesto reemplazo. No sé ni qué es lo que te pasó. Estás tan raro que ni te distingo. Yo valgo por 2 de 22. Cambiaste un Ferrari por un Twingo. Cambiaste un Rolex por un Casio. Baja acelerado, dale despacio. Mucho gimnasio. Pero trabaja el cerebro un poquito también. Fotos por donde me ven. Aquí me siento en rehén. Por mí todo bien. Yo te desocupo mañana.
Also, if you're looking over my shoulder, though, you'd probably get much better image quality. But also, then you get to lay down and be comfy, and there are many benefits to just vibing in your room. I think I know what you mean. She definitely has great vocal control. Drawing straight lines without a straight edge. YOLO. That's a good one. As LEG, the roommate. Leg. Snakes is a cool kid who's been hanging out in chat for quite a while now. And Princess Zombie is literally a housemate. And also Fran. I do, in fact, have friends in real life. It may seem unbelievable. I do interact with other people offline now and then. Oh, mm, mm. Oh yeah, one of my internet pals, Sassy Charlene, who also streams sometimes, and who that's what sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go chat with Sassy. That's who I refer to, obviously. Has difficulty saying the name Nardachi, because my username on here is Nardachi does streams. So she was like, can I just call you Nar? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Then other pals latched onto that. I'm like, cool. I'm Nar now. Yeah, I think it's cute. Marmar. That's heckin' cute. Okay. I think maybe, but hace sol. No, llueve mucho. I believe so, because like that would mean it rains a lot. Like it is raining a lot, right? I think. I'm not a Spanish expert. I've been very, very casually studying it for years, but I'm not that good with the grammar. Eleanor, what do you want? You just want to be a cute little baby, huh? Yeah, it makes sense to me. 'Tis raining much. Eleanor, don't chew on that. No, these are not for you. Hmm? Yeah, Pistachio's over there. I don't know why, but I just think she doesn't like this couch. She likes it when there's a sunspot on the other side. But otherwise, she just like doesn't come over here. This little freak, however. Like, they could be hers, but I wasn't so mean and stingy. I think she just wants to eat the plastic. They're these little violet candies that another internet pal, who I should really check up on, see if she's doing alright, sent me from England. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It seems like it's just sort of like a. They want you to learn some basic conversational Spanish stuff. So it's like you gotta do, like, the names, birthdays, so you learn how to say dates, the weather. Yeah, it's got a good crinkle to it. I've like cleaned crinkly plastic packaging and put it in my homemade cat toys before. It's usually a big hit. That feeling when you try to avoid a tangent at all costs, and you end up making as many tangents as freaking possible. She does have a sort of that like swoopy bang thing, huh? It was popular, well, in her era. You don't really have a lot of references besides like when she was a really little kid, and then there's like the comic and the one painting that old Edie did. Yeah, get some rest. As usual, I will try not to make a lot of noise when I go back into my room. And then probably bump into 5 things on the way, like I always do. But no one will probably hear anything anyway, and I'm just being a little worrywart. Thank you. I was drawing this as a late goblin a week drawing, but then I was having too much fun and I spent too much time on it. Now it is way past goblin week. So they were supposed to be fashionably late goblins, as in they're all wearing different types of outfits and stuff. But they're not fashionably late anymore. They're just extremely late. Eleanor Beans? Can I shake your hand and make a deal to... Oh, there's one. My pencil back. Are you comfortable laying on all of my pens, huh? It's like, listen, Goblin Week isn't just once a year, it's a lifestyle if you are a goblin. Isn't that right, Eleanor? You should know about being a goblin. Eleanor, please. I can get... Nah, she's being too cute. I guess I'll have to get another eraser out of here. They're 44 years apart? Huh. I don't know if they care if you, like, put in extra material, but, could be like, my brain stopped working. Oh, the younger one asked the older one, like, oh my god, is it really you, Barbara Finch? I know you're my own family, but can I have an autograph? I should be really careful erasing this, I just remembered, because the pen I'm using, this pen dries, it's really nice. It's really nice and smooth, but it dries way slower than a Micron, which I'm used to using. So I have to be very careful about erasing and smudging the page, because, like, there's a smudge, there's a smear, there's another smear over there. They're freaking everywhere. Because at first I didn't realize that I had to let the ink dry for a lot longer, and then I forgot. Maybe putting like a slight hint of like stuff going on in the back here. Although if this is a really fancy place, they would have like walls. Yeah, screw it, maybe it's a fancy place. Okay, I need to let this dry out. Cool. As Eleanor was helping me with the theme of my drawing. She's also being very cute, and she has the softest little beans. She used to get really mad when we would mess with her feet, but I think I just, like, gave her little foot boops so many times that she's like, whatever. Comfy baby. No. No. Be nice, okay? I tried to pet her back, but I think I accidentally pet her belly too much. She got mad at me. She's getting better, though. She used to, like, really dig her claws in and make the most painful swipes. But I think, like, when she does that, I just stop petting her, or I'll just move away, or I'll pick her up and put her off the couch. So I think she realized that if she tries to frickin' stab through to the bone again, I'm not gonna pet her anymore. So yeah, this, like, design of these pens has been around forever. I think this is a newer one. I can't remember. I can't remember if this is one of the ones I got from that anime shop up on Wantabow that also sells some really cute, like, manga equipment, or if I found this at one of my art swaps. In which case, who knows how old it is. Yeah, if it works, it works. Here. No, damn it, not HSRE, HARE. Not harem either. Yeah, hair. This thing. God, their feet are so weird. I want to... Ooh, that's a really good pose for that. God, hares are like if rabbits were dogs. And weirdly enough, they're not super genetically close to rabbits. Another thing I want to work on is like a little sketch page. This little rat, this little goblin, this little weasel here was, I think, left on the porch of Skeleby's sister's house or something like that in Pennsylvania as like a really tiny little bitty kitten, and then got moved across the country. And she's just kind of always been very bitey and scratchy. She yells when she's hungry and follows you around and like tries to like swipe at your legs and stuff. So we've had to be like teaching her to not fucking do that. Is the kind of cat who will be very cute and sweet for a while, and then just very suddenly, out of nowhere, without being provoked or anything, just friggin' bite the fuck out of your hand. So we've had to teach her to not do that. Didn't quite get the ears right when I was sketching this before. But I was gonna try to, let me close that on there for now. Yeah, just a horrible little creature. I feel like she's getting a little bit better, but she's still awful. Another thing I want to work on is trying to get better at drawing anthropomorphic characters as like a drawing challenge. I randomly picked hair because they're really weird. Hairs are weird as fuck. They're creepy as hell. And I was like, I'm gonna try to draw like sort of a scale of anthropomorphic animals, starting from like very much on the human side of a scale, where it's basically a human with some animal features and some animal mannerisms based on the species, and then go all the way to the side of anthropomorphism where it's like it's the animal, but it's like standing up or talking or wearing a little clothes or something. Oh, I didn't even realize they all had freckles. This could be someone's persona if they wanted to get an adoptable or something. I'm trying to figure out like how I want to draw anthropomorphic characters, and there's a whole like different variety of styles of them, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm most comfortable along there. Huh. That's a little detail I never noticed. Oh my god, yeah. Essentially. Except maybe slightly less horrifying. And starting from like midway through maybe, and then going all the way animal. Like the initial parts where they're like, yeah, scary. Oh, okay. Cute little family detail there. Okay, their ears are weirder than I remembered when I was starting to draw the first sketch without reference. Yeah, I never read Animorphs. I just know via fandom osmosis that it was absolutely goddamn crazy. There was some like really wild, dark stuff happening in the plots. I'm giving this rabbit hair. Mm. She's over there with her angry owl look. Or she looks like an owl, who is also very pissed off. Also, I just got that. Was that a freaking animal pun? The lore being wild. I can't trust you with the puns. You're always sneaking them in there. Heck. Okay, hares have like weird long legs. Hares are like if a deer was a dog. Just forget about the rabbit part. They're far enough past rabbit. Wait, are hares plantigrade? I know rabbits are plantigrade. Meaning like the whole foot is on the ground instead of digitigrade like dogs, where it's just the toes are on the ground. I can look that up in a minute and adjust my stuff if I need to. Kind of a weird tail placement, huh? Like, let me do complicated poses with body types I'm not used to drawing. I'm so smart. Hydration check. Output. Guess what I could do, like, nah, I don't like that. Simpler pose. Uh-uh. Yeah, it's like you do. Maybe if you like get a screenshot of the part where he walks around himself in the fish cannery, like he's fully gone into the king fantasy, and he walks past himself and sees himself doing the hand motion over and over again. And he has his head down, but you do get to see his hair and stuff like that. Guess something else I'd figure out is like how much of the human proportions do I want to keep? Because it could go like the fursuit method, where you have like the human leg, but then you sort of force the animal to digitigrade proportions onto the human leg by adding extra padding on the thigh and in the calf, making it so that the leg can move inside the suit, but so that it gives the sort of illusion of a digitigrade leg. I think that might help me best. Also, I'm going to redo this whole drawing. I know it's just a sketch page, but whatever. It's like the crumbliest eraser, but these sort of like yellow gum erasers are my favorite. They usually work pretty good. I think this pencil's a bit too sharp or something, so like really dug into the paper, but make sure it's not getting smeared. Nah, it's fine. The downside of the gum eraser, of course, is that the stuff goes everywhere. Pistachio. Okay, sort of figure out the human proportions first, and I'll add on the animal head. Maybe sort of increase the legs a little bit. Because hair legs are like ridiculous. Yeah, it was a really sad moment. Really well done. Just taking a little bother the beans break. Fine. Sorry. Yeah, the hair ears look pretty cartoonish. But, like, they can't possibly just be like whoop, but they are. Like, raise the knees. That part's honestly, like, gross there. Yeah, it can be fun to do text boxes. Unless you forgot to consider the text box in the panel before doing it. And you're like, ah, damn it, I have to erase something to make room for the text box, or just figure out what I wouldn't mind covering up. Problem I usually have with anthro characters is making the head feel like I feel like I make the head a bit too big. Back a little bit because it's like it's, yeah. Do they also sometimes run with their ears down, or is it always just like... God. I keep accidentally typing HSRE. I don't even know what the fuck that is. They aren't seeing, they often do run with their ears up. Mm. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, my leg. Oh, my leg. My leg fell asleep. Posture check. Make sure your leg's not falling asleep check. Mm. What are you looking at? Mm. Mm. Hydration check. Mm. Mm. Maybe I should just go with like more cartoony. I always lean towards semi-realism though. Why did I decide to draw hares? They're some of the creepiest animals on the goddamn planet. I think it's the eyes. My eyes really make them creepy. This one would be forward. Cat's following something around the room that's not there. Probably ghosts. Maybe a fly or something. A ghost fly. Dang it. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm just working on some draws. Hanging out with cats. Eleanor. Bad. Scolding the cats. One of them ambushed the other one because she loves to cause trouble. Yeah, I'm trying to get better at drawing, like, anthropomorphic characters and animals to try to improve my drawing skill. So for some reason I decided to try to draw a hare as like a kimono Mimi, and then a furry, and then like just an anthropomorphic hare. Oh, it disconnected again. 12:23, around 12:30 or 1 a.m. My stream disconnects like every time. God, quit it! There's people trying to sleep and the cats are throwing a fit. Well, mostly my cat's throwing a fit. Because the other cat is being a little brat. Okay, I probably shouldn't have thrown my pen, but as long as I can find my pen later, it'll be fine. Have you really looked at hares too much like I just did, trying to draw hares? I was like, oh, rabbits are popular, but I know hares are, like, really weird. They're like rabbits, but not. I think it'll be an interesting challenge. And it's like horses, where I tried to draw a bunch of horses once, because drawing horses is supposed to be really good for general quadruped practice. And then I just was like, wow, horses are one of the most ridiculous creatures. Who allowed them to exist? Like, once you study something closely enough to draw it, it's, like, really freaking weird. Eventually I gained sort of a begrudging appreciation for how weird and gross horses are. Some of those things like, oh wow, the wonders of nature. Things can just freaking be like that. I'm not even drawing ocean creatures, drawing horses and hares. The earth is amazing. But also, Jesus Christ, I think if you look too closely at a hare's eyes, you start to freak out a little bit. Yeah, I really like how smooth this pen is. It is a Uniball Vision Exact Micro. This style of pen has been around for like a long time. Platypuses are at least, like, I look at a platypus and I'm like, hell yeah, that's just like a loaf of bread with a stupid bill, little grabby claws, and got its funny little tail. It's mostly like animals that are supposed to look like elegant or whatever, like horses. They're supposed to look elegant and majestic and regal. You look at them and it's like, what the fuck is that? What's going on with horses? I wonder if I should like not make my middle rabbit have nails. Yeah, they're also poison or venomous. Because technically, if you bite it and you die, it's poison. If it bites you and you die, it's venomous. But yeah. That's just one annoying little actually pushes up glasses. Technically, venom and poison are different. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should like take the nails away from the middle rabbit, because rabbits have claws, so yeah, I guess I could keep the claws in. I got confused. Rabbits don't have paw pads, that's what they don't have. Do hares have paw pads? I don't think hares have paw pads. Paw pads. I can't talk today. They got weird little tails. Like I said before, I think hares are just like deer dogs. They're like a cross between a deer and a dog. And somehow that ended up with a kind of rabbit-like creature. Yeah, exactly. If it bites you and it dies, you're poisonous. If you bite it and it dies, it's venomous. You know when you're doing a really good line, then your hand just suddenly freaks out for no reason? I don't know if that's a common problem or not. I'll just be drawing and my hand will just be like... And they give them all the same hair to indicate that they're the same character. I keep looking at my references like, do their ears really look like that? And they do. I think the creature that I had the worst time ever drawing was the Pokemon Garchomp. Because it already has one of the dumbest designs I've ever seen in all of Pokemon. It looks stupid as hell. I don't even like looking at Garchomp. But then I really don't like looking at Garchomp after I drew it for a friend's like Christmas picture. I was like, hey, I'm doing drawing requests for Christmas one year. Do you have any requests, Augustus, who always comes up with something really complicated? And he's like, if it's not too crazy. And he ended up giving me some cash for it anyway, which is nice, but it was him and his Pokemon team all tired and beat up after winning against like the Elite Four or whatever. Oh no, wait, it wasn't that one. It was that was one, and then there was another one where it was his Pokemon team, but as D&D classes, based as like their roles in the party and their fighting styles. And one of them was a Garchomp Barbarian. And even though I gave it a very simple pose, I had the most difficult goddamn time drawing that Garchomp. The more I looked at the Garchomp, the worse I felt for Garchomps everywhere. I was like, wow. I feel so bad for it. It looks so stupid. Yeah, because, like, I mean, I'm going to complain about why I don't like Garchomps. Because, like, if you look at them and you think that looks cool, good for you. I'm happy that you see beauty. And that ridiculous goddamn creature. Its anatomy doesn't make any fucking sense at all. They're like, it looks like an airplane. It's like a shark that looks like an airplane. I disconnected again. And like, it doesn't have like hands or paws or claws or anything. The end of its arms just come out to two claws that are attached to its weird fin wing arms that are extremely skinny and fragile looking. And also really weird to draw. And so I had it, as part of a joke, I had it holding like a huge warhammer, but because it doesn't, it just has like stupid little pointy singular claws at the end of its arms. I just had the hammer duct taped to its claws. Because that's the only way I could freaking hold things. And its head is ridiculous. I have no idea how it sees anything. Because, like, it's designed with all the spikiness and, like, apparent bite force and stuff of, like, a predator species, but because of, like, how its eyes are and, like, the huge overhang of, like, the nose in front of it, of the snout, there's no way it would be able to see in front of it. So if it doesn't have proper forward-facing eyes, it can't be a predator. It has to be, like a prey species, right? It's just such an awkward-looking Pokemon. But yeah, just the more I looked at it, the worse I felt. I was like, poor freaking Garchomp. This thing is even more messed up than a horse. And horses are pretty messed up. Horses look like if you look at their ankles for too long, they will snap off of their legs. They have such spindly looking little legs that hold up such a large torso. Bailey Nelly is over here now. And the pistachio is being a lump. That is the latest cat report. Yeah, Garbarian. I think that's what we're officially calling it. Yeah, I don't know, you just really appreciate how freaking weird or stupidly designed various things are when you try really, really hard to draw them as best as you can. I think that's also like a good rule of character design. It's like, is it actually a cool character design, or is it severely over-designed? Or like, does the character design hinge on the original artist's style, sort of thing? I gotta get more used to drawing animal legs. There's all different sorts of animal legs. Try to make it like the character was alerted to something and then is like, and then running away, but it's like 3 different stages of animalness, sorta. Also, when you hold something like this, it can really throw off the proportions. So although I was looking at it head on, the camera was seeing it wrong. Always make sure you're drawing, like, flat on. Otherwise, if you draw with the paper tilted like this, you can turn it back up like this, and everything is just real dumb looking. Or sometimes it looks really interesting. Is that... There's a little bit on there that might have smudged somewhere, but... Okay, if after all this time these goddamn lines smudge, I will cry. I'm gonna have to sweep the floor in a little bit. There's little eraser bits everywhere. God. Posture check. Can't really think of anything else to add to this. I'll probably just leave it like this for now. Also, I'm spending way too much time on it. Just slap a Siggy down here somewhere. Listen here for now. another thing I could do this sort of character is like try to figure out like how I want to draw animal faces, kind of also using the hair, because I guess I could try to figure out like what the fursuit would look like. Fursuit design is like got some really impressive costume engineering going on. It's pretty useful stuff to study, even if you're not a furry. Hmm. Crazy and start using the pen on this so I can see what I'm doing. Study fursuits more. I feel like this one would have to have follow me eyes. Or maybe, no, maybe it wouldn't have to have follow me eyes. The hair. Should ever let me design fursuit heads. Unless I get better at it. I look from the front. I've never seen from the side. They look like they can't see anything because their eyes just go completely sideways. They look stupid as hell. Excellent. I should, like, sign off and go to bed soon. Just have to gaze into the dumb creature's stupid little glassy eyes. I'm having difficulty drawing things can be helped by breaking things down into shapes. And sometimes it'll just make you go, this animal doesn't look real. Like horses and hares, but that's okay. There's my freaking whiskers. This one should have a ton of whiskers. I wrote it saying, I have seen what lies behind the sun and what it eats. I feel like hares know things. I feel like hares would be saying something really cryptic if they could talk. Probably just to fuck with us. Mm. 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 While I'm tracing my sketch lines, I don't know how much of a lag I have because I disconnected twice. I just started like doodling things. I was trying to figure out a potential fursuit head arrangement, then trying to draw a cute, then trying to draw an anime. Then I was doing a study of an actual hair from the front, because they look really stupid from the front. Actually, I think they just look a little bit less creepy from the front. Because from the side, you can see how very, very round and wide their eyes are. Thanks. I'm not super happy with them, but I'm trying to like figure out what I'm going for. I don't know why I chose such a difficult animal for me. Posture check. Well, a frog would also be an interesting challenge. What kind of frog? This doesn't super matter the type, but there are ones with like different markings and stuff and different like face shapes. There's like tree frogs, and there's like the tree frogs that like there's that has like the angry eyes. They're the ones that have the very, very round, silly looking eyes. Okay. Now those are a good classic frog. These are just such little creatures. Looking at a bunch of references. Pull that one up. Yeah, frogs are one of the kind of creature where the more I look at them, the more I'm like, this is just one of the most little guys of all time. Look at this creature. What do they look like jumping or stretched out? Most of the time you see them like wrapped around a branch or something with their funny sticky little hands. Oh, a frog could be really cute. Because they have very big eyes, which already makes them feel quite expressive. Just like the ancient Tumblr post that I hope I see again one day. Frogs are like, they're a mouth with just enough leg to throw the mouth at food. And then a biologist replied with, I hate how correct this is. The only thing you need is slap some rudimentary eyes on top of the mouth to see where the food is. I'm G5 jumping. Gotta see what they look like with their limbs stretched out. They look ridiculous, that's what they look like. Oh, this one looks like a little ninja. They're such silly little things. Oh my god. All alien looking creatures. Aw, man, it's a GIF, so it's hard to reference, but... Ooh, that's a cool one. Okay, open a new tab. Open a ton of frogs and other tabs. You have a pretty simple body plan. Put the bunny away in here and out. Very lanky, these creatures. I'm hoping that if you consider yourself frog-like, you tend to be sort of all scrunched up, like in your chair, or just like, I don't know, sitting on the floor or something. And then when you stand up, it just keeps going. Wanted to put me on the cover of Vogue, but my legs were too long. That reminds me, posture check. Stretch. Ow. I tend to also be pretty scrunched up. It's horrible for my back, but it just happens. You posing? I can't draw you right now, cat. I have to draw a frog person, or at least try. That's a very nice pose, though. Remember that one for the future, okay? Pet a pet check. It is, yeah. Well, currently all that's in it is caramel corn, because my housemates ate all of the white cheddar and regular butter flavor. I think it was cheddar or something. I don't know. There was like a cheesy one, and like another one, maybe kettle corn or something. And so now it's just full of caramel corn. I didn't know that for a long time. I opened it out of curiosity, and I was like, look at all this uneaten caramel corn. So I've been slowly whittling away at that. Also, if it's a good cheese popcorn, then there's something just perfect about like good cheese popcorn. So like caramel corn, you can get that most places. Some cheesy popcorn can be kind of like a little depressing. You can taste like someone put like cheap powdered cheese macaroni blend or something, like macaroni and cheese sauce blend with dust on some popcorn, so it's all just like powdery and gross. But when you get the good kind of cheese powder on that stuff, that's the good. I'm gonna go like definitely like Dorito torso lanky. Okay. Could have them like sitting in a chair. Maybe the other direction because I had the other character posed like facing that way, so this one could be facing the other way. Yeah, if I had my teeth in right now, I'd probably be like, I'm turning off the mic for a bit so I don't make gross noises and just go after the popcorn. Plug that in. Yeah, he really does love that sort of shape. And he makes enough wacky characters that he could totally do like a frog guy, make them look all wacky. He also loves to draw gigantic mouths, so I mean, there's your frog right there. Do sort of a relaxed pose. Like one leg bent up into the chair. The other leg going down. Yeah, these frogs have almost like insect-like legs, but this is the first iteration where I draw a person with like animal features, so I don't have to worry about too much. Yeah, he's a big fan of like stick figure, big bazongas, maybe some hips, and they'll kind of have the same face after a while. Yeah, the sections of the leg are pretty equidistant, so I could probably like... trying to figure out the positions of like each leg. Because I do want to put a little bit of the animal legs in there. It's pretty common to have like also I kind of like it where it's like the lower human legs kind of turn more into the animal leg, whereas the arms are more like human arms, so they can have hands and stuff. Frogs really do be having some bug legs. Let me get a basic idea of the chair this pal is in. I decided to make myself draw a chair, like an office chair. Chair's going back there like that. That's the seat of it. It was going up like that. There'd be a connector like that, and then going down. A little bit. Maybe it'll have one of those little resty things. Do they have those on office chairs anymore, or is it just like... Does it make it look too barber-shoppy? Nice, they literally just call it the Nami phase. And it's like, oh yeah, One Piece style. Have you seen Nami, the main One Piece girl? Yeah, that's all you need to know. That's what all the female characters look like, with different hair and outfits. Unless they're like a villain, like that one old lady. Or like her entire crew is her kids or whatever. She's great. She's so gross, I love her. Or like occasionally a little kid, they still kind of have Nami faces. Oh man, with frog hams? You could probably, like, never drop your phone. Yeah, exactly. The villains have, like, something fun going on. I know the guy's been drawing the series for a long time, but... It's like, come on, you can change things up a bit. Aren't you like the frog equivalent of when you like you got your knee up and you just sort of like have one foot resting on the edge of the chair and the other foot's just like down. Yeah, sometimes my hands just stop working very good. And I'll just like lose tension in them. Or I'll just sort of like get distracted. My hands will just let go of whatever I have. It doesn't happen very often. Most of the time it's just a weird little like yeah, exactly. Like how I sit most of the time. At least one leggy up. You gotta have one like this. Maybe cross it over. You know, do some funky stuff. Maybe be holding them. I'm gonna keep my legs crossed. It feels better until my legs fall asleep, as they often do. Pistachio, you grumpin'. You come over here. You can hang out on this couch, you know. Probably just mad that I'm not giving her her last bit of food before going to bed. I'll go soon, buddy. I gotta do at least this one sketch with the frog guy so I remember to do more later. Yeah, I've been kind of stalling figuring out the head. Because frog head is basically like, it's like O_O. Give this guy big eyes without being too cartoony. Maybe a sort of minimal nose. Got the little slit eyes. Probably gonna have to redraw this face a couple times. Maybe I'll have a tongue up and be like licking his eye. They gotta keep their eyeballs moisturized. One leggy going back like that, maybe, and then the foot going down. Although, if I'm trying to, the heel would basically be like that here, right? So it would also be like that here. So I should really just have this one going down here. bending quite a lot because of how long the leg is, and then like going off this way. Maybe I should have stuck more human for this one, just like increase the feet a little bit. Put more perspective into that. Okay, gotta have one of the wheel bars coming out this way. That way, that way. Beep, beep. Mm-hmm. Mm. Try to clear up a few things. Sometimes the sketch gets too messy. I feel like I really gotta retry that face at least a few times. Those frogs are pretty lanky and everything, except for the face. I feel like I want to look like a frog. But also my always draws human sensibilities are like, but the head is disproportionate. And I'm like, it's a frog person. They can look a little weird. Frogs don't, the frog people don't exist. Well, as far as I know anyway, we haven't discovered all the planets yet. Might be hope out there. Frog people. They really do have bug legs. They got like some of the buggiest legs I've ever seen on a non-bug animal. The feet going that way from there. Some overlap. Figured that out later. It's kind of lounging. Probably wearing like joggers or something. Joggers or pajama pants. That feels about right. That was cinched there. No, I didn't draw the other one wearing any clothes. I was just trying to figure out the body type. Yeah, this guy can be naked and was given the Ken doll treatment. I feel like this face looks a little bit cuter. Like, they don't have to look cute, but I don't know. You know, frogs, I'm pretty sure frogs can blink. I know they do the Moem thing, but that's like for cleaning. Do red tree frogs do the thing where they blink and then their whole eye gets like smushed into their head? Because like another some frogs that essentially just like when they blink, their eye just kind of smushes in. Some of them have just like really big eyelids that like come out sideways or something. I can't remember what the tree frog does. I'm not looking for lizard eyes. I want to know if freaking red-eyed tree frogs blink. Do frogs blink? Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of frog species that, like when they blink, they essentially smorsh their eye down into the head to help them swallow food. Yeah. Yeah, they have nictating membranes. I'm pretty sure they do. I'll put tree frogs blink. Frog eyes, everything to know. Oh my god, I forgot about Pac-Man frogs again. Pac-Man frogs are some of the greatest little creatures on the planet. They look so dumb. Yeah, they have... yeah, okay. So there's... the red-eyed tree frogs in particular have nictating membranes? I'm pretty sure they can. Because, like, nictating membranes are, you know, the little, like, extra eyelids that can come out sideways that are pretty much just used to keep the eye moisturized. Some of them can still lick their eyes to clean them, but yeah, they also do that thing where... oh, maybe... oh, wait. I keep, like, turning this into a character instead of just doing an animal study. Because I figured that the hair would be skittish, but also kind of creepy, but just because the hairs are freaking unreadable. You look at that and you're like, what is happening? Frogs just kind of have a personality about them. They look very goblin. But it's like, oh, they got a little bit more something going on there, you know? I think frogs have tympanic membranes instead of ear holes. I'm pretty sure that being just like they got skin over the ear hole. I think is tympanic membrane the right word for it? I don't know. I can't keep looking stuff up. Neat. Yeah, we gotta give this guy some kind of hair. I have decided. It's kind of like side part, lazily brushed over to the side, casual looking. I'm end up making him look like an emo. Me, lifelong emo kid, pointing at another emo kid. Lol, emo trash. Maybe I should have spiky hair. Hold on, wait. Wait, maybe that's what's missing. I don't know why. Base of the head back and like or at least kind of messy hair. Yeah. I feel like messy works good. Exactly. Pointing at each other. Me with emos, weebs, art hose. Quick cat update. She's got her little feeties out. Pistachio has reloafed. I have the sort of wide chest on this lad. Leggy. Okay. Yeah, I think artho is one of the funniest like terms for a type of person. I like it a lot. Okay, next one I want to go more like full furry. So we gotta really embrace the animal head. I don't know if I want to keep up like the pose progression like it did in the other one, but I can't really think of anything. Different states of chillin', perhaps? Vibin'? I feel like frogs, despite looking a little manic sometimes. I don't know, I get kind of a chill vibe from frogs. I feel like they got things figured out. I'm gonna start with a little skeleton stick figure. Just so I know what's up. The cat made a cute noise and I had to poop her little face. Okay, okay, then doing like the okay. If I want to do that kind of pose, I'm gonna have to bring the leg forward kind of a lot. And then hope that perspectivifies itself somehow. Pull that up a little bit and then have that going down there. That, I think. Okay. Trying to do that thing where you know it's like you're like leaning casually against a wall and you want to rest one of your feet, so you want to put your feet against the wall. I always like that. It's just like a pose for art or fashion, or just standing in. Sort of very heavily reference an image of the animal itself. Yeah, they really just look like that, huh? Incredible. Like, you look at a frog and you're like, that's a cartoon. That's a cartoon frog. Frogs can't really look like that, but they just frickin' do. This is what peak performance looked like. Okay, I gotta remember to put the spiky hair on there. Okay, I think spiky hair really works for a frog somehow. Yeah. More cartoon frogs that are like heavily inspired by real life frogs, because they already look like cartoons. You don't even gotta do much. Okay, the arms sorta. Keep the arms. I think I like the style of keeping the arms mostly human. Because, like, it's furries. Just going through my references, trying to see which one's gonna be the best idea of funny little arms. Top part, like the bicep, is real small. Then they have like this Popeye thing going, where the forearm sort of area is a lot bigger. Got our funny little feet. That Dorito chest, tiny hips. The leggies. Wonderful creatures. It's like half lizard, half bug. He could really like frogs. Maybe he is the frog person. Maybe Oda did draw a frog guy, and it's just Frankie. I would be wearing a jacket with the hands in the pockets, but I'm drawing these characters with no clothes, so. Oh, cool. I haven't gotten to that part of One Piece yet, because there's so much One Piece. I just know about a lot of the later characters. Phantom Osmosis. I also don't care about spoilers, so. Well, they do say that after a while, people start to resemble their pets. Do they have 4? Okay, wait. How many digits is that on the back foot? It kind of looks like 3 digits on the back foot and then 4 on the front feet, I think. Or wait, is that one with? Oh, okay. It looks like they have like a little like grabby thumb going on the back sometimes. Ah, damn, that sucks. Yeah, I know there's some parts that like I can't remember what it is. I'm sure I would remember if I like saw the name of it or something. But there's at least one arc that multiple people have told me like, man, just skip it. Because apparently it was like during an era where the anime caught up to the manga, and so they just like threw in a whole arc that was like just filler. It was like a whole season or something, or at least most of a season that was like just made up stuff. I think that's it anyway. Did I draw this one guy too much like it? No. I try to go for like more human proportions, but the problem is frogs kind of look like that. How would I draw one that's like mostly a frog? Well, I guess I did give it more human shoulders at least, and also a more human like pelvis, pelvic bone. There's one for like tiny hips, but it's stylized, whereas like frogs, it's just like it's not even necessarily a Dorito. It's like a freaking what, like a Takis, you know, where it's just like a really thin shape. Yeah, it's like a Takis. A frog is like a Takis with a head and arms and eyes. The head is part of the Takis, actually. Sponsor me, Takis. Maybe, I don't know. I can't freaking remember what the arc is called, because there's so many silly names of crews and stuff, but it's like a specific type of pirates get introduced. It's like, that doesn't sound familiar at all. I don't know what Long Ring Long is. Foxy Pirates sounds extremely familiar. Foxy Pirates might be the one that I was told really sucks and should just skip because it has no character or story development. Aha. Because like I'll watch a filler. I like stuff that is considered filler because like most important thing in a story is the characters. And a lot of the times in these quote-unquote filler episodes where like technically the plot isn't being advanced. Hold on, hydration check. Okay. I guess I would figure out which parts were extra of the anime and just take it out. Like, yeah, it really depends on the thing, though. Because, like, I love a character development, but, like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's not character development, it's just a beach episode or something. It's like, good for the horny fans, I'm happy for them, but also, I'm so tired. I'll do, like, another scrunchy, scrungly pose. Huh. Sounds like it has the potential to be interesting. As long as it's paced okay. The thing about like tournament arcs or stuff like that, or it's like I guess, would that be a tournament? I don't know, I haven't seen it yet. It just seems kind of like it because, it's like, it's challenges and games. But tournament arcs, every time there's one of those coming up, I'm like, oh my god damn it. This better not be one of the ones that drags on and on and on forever. I think just because I'm not into sports. 2 3-round games. Yeah, you just, okay, so this is a pirate game with 3 rounds, so it's just one game with 3 rounds. And I made it 2 3-round games, and came up with random extra game. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like they tried to add too much. What if I did like a chill, like, crouching pose? Looking at my frog refs. Close to good. I said I was gonna do like one sketch of this frog person, but then I was like, but how am I gonna do the next one? Okay, gotta make this one cartoony so I can go to bed eventually, but like, I think I would like to get used to doing a more cartoony style, just so I can loosen up a bit with my shapes and proportions and stuff. But like, okay, I wanna have him like, tossing a handful of like, I don't know, freeze-dried flies or something, or fly crisps or something into his mouth, and then like a little one next to it where it's doing like the swallowing thing where the eyes are like smooshed in. I think that'd be funny. Oh, oh no! Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Luffy would probably be trying to play legit and do his best. And I'm betting that Luffy like still does his best in the end, but he just does it so fucking hard that the other guy's cunning cheatingness has like nothing on him. Either that or he just beats the hell out of the guy. I don't know. Oh my god, who allowed frogs? They were absolutely correct. Surely they were mad with power. I figure out how to attach this arm in a second, but I gotta have the hand and like a bunch of little fly shapes flying into the mouth. Nice. Good job, Loof. Luffy doesn't need to cheat to win. He just needs to bend the rules a little bit. Frogs are sitting down, it's pretty much like blap. And the arms sort of start from the chest with frogs. Kind of like there's like the little clavicle down here, then they go up like kind of. I'm posing like a frog with my arms. You know those jokes that go around about like artists making funny faces so that they can draw the faces? That's absolutely true. We will also make poses to try to understand them better. Aha. Yeah, you don't fuck with Luffy's friends. But he's gonna be perching on something, I'm not sure what. Hand stuck to a bag of chips. Well, a bag of little crispy fries. I'm having the hardest time talking today. I'm gonna call them fried flies. It does sound pretty cool. The opinion I've heard from others about it, about why that part should be skipped, is that it's just such a slog. Like, apparently, it just lasts too long. Which, like, yeah, I can understand that opinion. I'll probably, like, try watching it, and then if I just don't like the pacing, I'll probably just go on to the more serious arc, where someone actually gets taken seriously. Agreed, Sanji's kind of creepy. It's like, he's got some cool character stuff going on, but he's also pretty creepy. There, and then they got. Okay. Yeah, like, I tried watching the anime, and, like, I like it for, like, how wacky it is, and also, usually with long series, if I can watch an anime, I just like to put it on in the background. But the thing is, like, the dub is awful. I was told that the dub was awful. I looked up some of the dub. I couldn't stand it. I understood how some people saw it on, like, the 4Kids dub or whatever, and years later they were like, wow, One Piece is actually good. I just thought it was the stupidest thing ever because the dub sucked so much and it made me annoyed. And yeah, it's like the dub is garbage. So I like have to watch it with subs, which means that I have to watch it while doing something where I can like look at the screen and like see what they're saying. So that's already a hassle. Also, every fight lasts like 5 goddamn episodes. It's so long. It's kind of annoying. So I'm like, I should just check out the manga at some point. So I have it on my list of mangas to read. The only issue there is that I have no freaking clue when I'll get around to it. There's a lot of shorter series and one-offs I like to read, and I like to keep rereading JoJo every now and then. I feel like eventually I'll get around to the manga. I like the art style a little bit better in that, even though it does get quite same-facey after a while. The ladies, at least. Mostly because I will probably be able to get through more of the story and like catch up a little bit rather than waiting through the entire anime. Oh, hey, what's up, pup? So cute emote. It's really cute. Oh. Yeah, I'm assuming for that it's just like the... It had to have just been that the anime made it too much of a slog. It's like, you're putting all of this in here in One Piece, known for its absolutely ridiculous stakes and crazy combat. And you're just making us sit here waiting for things to happen. Something like that. It's a very shonen, very action kind of series. So it's like, I understand why people would not be super interested in that kind of part. But also I understand that it has some like benefits to it. So last one turned more into like just a silly frog comic, but I don't know, I think it's cute. Because anthropomorphization is pretty much just giving an animal some sort of human qualities, and this one's eating chips. Eesh. Thanks, I'm pretty happy with it. The sketches are pretty rough because frogs are weird, but that's okay. I mean, like, looking at a frog right now, and its limbs don't make a whole lot of sense. They're, like, their arms can just, like, this one's sitting with its arms like this, essentially, fingers all crazy. They can just do whatever they want, it still looks like a frog. Because they got, like, the face and, like, the funny little feeties going on. That's pretty much all you need. And sure, it helps to have a little bit of believability, but you could draw a really cartoony, silly-ass frog and be like, that's a frog. Or you can draw a really realistic-looking frog, and it's like, that's a frog. Whereas if I try to draw a horse or something, it's like, if you draw a super cartoony horse, it's like, that's a horse. If you try to draw a realistic horse, and you get it wrong in some way, it's so glaringly obvious. you get a frog wrong in some way, and it's like, yeah, it's a frog. Because they look like little aliens. Ow, 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 God, on. Oh, my neck. Oh, my bad posture, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna continue to work on these later. I'll try to... What are you doing, cat? I think the cat was stretching and, like, reached out and gently backed my shoulder or something. You chillin'? You vibing? The other cat is still loafed. Very loaf. Oh, God, my leg's falling asleep now. Fuck. Ow, Christ, Jesus. Oh yeah, Frieren, that's one of the series I really want to check out. I have a pretty large want-to-read list on MangaGo. Okay, I'll have to do more frog studies a little bit later. Maybe I'll be able to scan this one in a little bit. Put my pens away. Did I drop one of my pens? I could have swore I had the third Micron out. Oh, right, I threw it at the cat earlier. Okay, I gotta go find that. Yeah. I just have, like, a whole bunch of series I would like to read, and then my brain is like, yeah, why don't you get really into Project Sekai and read all of the event stories for it instead of manga you had on your list for, like, literal years? What if you did that? Thank you. Well, I'll slap those up on there eventually whenever I figure out the sketches more, probably do more frog studies, try to get more of an idea of how frogs work. And then toss some inks on there so I can figure out where my lines are supposed to go. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna head to bed. When my leg wakes up again, I'm gonna wake my leg up and then go into my room and scan a picture and then go to bed. Hell yeah, dance, little spitty thing. Go absolutely insane. I got hit with the frickin' yawns like really bad just now. Okay. Good night for now, y'all. Do your just stretchies. That's really cute even. Do your stretchies and your posture checks and your hydrates and you can pet a cat or other animal if you happen to have one available nearby. Kapow. Kerpow. Okay, sorry. And go to bed when you gotta go to bed, which for me was probably an hour ago. I didn't realize how long I spent on this. Okay, heck, bye.